Hello, today I'm going to be teaching a few useful self-defense techniques for when you're out and about. Before we get started, I would like to stress that these videos are not a substitute for live, real-time instruction with a teacher there to help you. Watching a video can only teach you so much about how to practice self-defense. Before we get into the techniques themselves, I would like to debunk a few techniques that I've seen floating around blogs and YouTube. The most common one that I've seen is the use of your keys as a weapon. They're not sharp, and you can't get a good enough grip on them to make a good weapon. They'll just fold into your fist. As you can see by my demonstration, the key does not do any significant damage, even when you're hitting as hard as you can. It doesn't do anything to add to the force of your punch, and you need to train your fists in order to punch someone without hurting yourself. Another technique that I've seen floating around the blogs and homepages of martial arts institutions is the use of a kick when someone grabs you. As you can see, your foot is just going to get grabbed. Some very common advice that I've heard regarding being choked is to press down on the arms of the person choking you to get them to let go. I can tell you for certain that this does not work. The next piece of bad advice that I've heard is when your attacker has a knife, when you grab their wrist to keep them from stabbing you. As you can see, there's nothing keeping your attacker from turning his or her wrist to cut you in the arm instead. Now I'm going to go over some of the basic footwork you're going to need to know. It's important to not make your fighting stance too narrow or too wide. You want to keep yourself balanced and upright, ready to move around. And you want to make sure you're light on your feet and you can move around very easily. Now I'm going to go over some very basic advice regarding making a fist. You want to make sure your thumb is on the outside of your fist along the bottom. Wrapping your fingers around your thumb or keeping it outside of your fist but pointing straight will get your thumb broken in an actual confrontation. So please, only make a fist the way I'm demonstrating. This brings us to the end of the first video in my series on practical self-defense. Please click the annotations at the top of the video to continue to my next video where I will demonstrate how to defend yourself against unarmed attacks. Thanks for watching!